Two Birds on a Wire by Craft Free on Loose on AO3. This fic includes My Hero Academia levels of violence. That is your warning. Read by Lily6645. Chapter 7. Finally Free. It's been 3 days since Shota managed to take the twins home, and 3 days since they suddenly got sick. They suddenly cannot stomach anything. And now dinner. Shota is eating alone while they sit next to each other across from him, bantering with each other, pointing a clean utensil at each other. Shota can tell they're trying to not make him feel bad about the situation, but how can he not? Shota thought it was a shock reaction. Everything was new after all. They have agreed, saying going home with their hero really is shocking. Hisashi laughed at his reaction, the traitor that he is, and Hitoshi had dared to tease him the very next day they met. Traitor, both of them. They laughed at Izuku's and said they would get over it soon, but they never did. On the second day, Shota tried to get them to see the doctor, but they say that won't be necessary. They will get over it soon. They both smile sheepishly at him when they catch him staring. Shota just lightly shook his head to seem like he wouldn't even bother to scold them, and they both immediately apologized, though they still continued their banter. After dinner, the twins immediately go to their room. Shota knows they must be tired because they have no energy sources other than their own body. Shota went to check on them, but stopped at the door. Okay, how long do you think we can last? If what those smart people say is true, then a week. But that's when they have plenty of water. Well, yeah, but we are doing just fine so far, so I say a week won't be an overestimate. Izuku didn't answer him. Okay, fine. That is an overestimate. Why you ask me? You are the one who is good at something like this. Another silence from Izuku. What do you want to do now? Keigo asked. I don't know, but I'm happy to finally be home and feel safe, even just for a short time. Well, I won't oppose that. I too am happy after all. Seems like we need to write an apology letter. You're gonna make me write it too, aren't you? Well, yeah, I'm just going to cry over it and wet the paper. Shota turns around and walks away, back to the living room. He has some scheme to be plotting and a detective to be calling. Hey, Tsukachi, I have a favor to ask. When Shota called Hisashi for breakfast, Hisashi already knew something was wrong. The feeling has just been proven true when the twins have to run to the bathroom after Hitoshi managed to coax them to take a bite. The pained look in Shota's eyes tells Hitoshi it's been a while and Shota wasn't able to help. and the horrified look in Hitoshi's eyes tells Hisashi he knows exactly what is going on. Hisashi may be able to guess what it is. It has something to do with their time in the fighting ring, and Shota is about to do something. Probably really stupid and reckless, but very effective. After they finish their breakfast, Hitoshi guides the twins to the living room while Hisashi and Shota remain in the kitchen, listening to the quiet banter of the three. Hisashi can tell Hitoshi is worried about the twins. "What do you want me to do, Sho?" Hisashi never asks what Shota will do because it, more often than not, is classified. "I don't know. Just do whatever. Get their minds off of things. Take them to the mall, park, anywhere you want." "I see. You pushing social interaction on them?" Hisashi said with a smirk. "Just a week ago, you pushed a kid onto me. Now you're going to push another two to me?" "Excuse me? You are the one who got attached to Hitoshi." The underlying of "fuck off, they're mine" is clear in Shota's voice. Hisashi then chuckled. "Alright, then when are you gonna leave?" "In about 2 hours, Shota said, glancing at the clock on the wall. "Then we're gonna leave in an hour so you can have another hour to decompose and work it out before you go out and murder someone," Hisashi said, mostly jokingly. "If you want me to not kill someone, you better leave when I leave. I'm still confused right now, and I have a feeling if I do understand, I'm going to commit murder." "You better leave that card behind then." Hisashi gets a glare for that. "It's not like Tsukachi will let me do that bastard." Hisashi hears Shota grumbling under his breath. Well, Hisashi is glad Shota won't be alone in whatever he does, because his brother is capable and willing to kill if necessary. Hisashi and the kids now stand in front of the arcade. "Something catch your eye?" Hisashi asks. Izuku, Keigo, and Hitoshi turn to him and point at the racing game on the back. Hisashi chuckles. He will propose to Shota to let them be triplets and celebrate double birthdays. "Alright, race we go!" Shota pumps his fist into the air, matching the kids' enthusiasm. Hisashi awkwardly sits on the device to show the kids how to play. Hisashi is quiet, tall, a good inch taller than Shota. The gap used to be way more than now when they first met, when they were a kid. That is also the sole reason Hisashi got to be the big brother. Hisashi chuckled at the memory. "Alright, watch and learn." Hisashi looks over his shoulder to see the kids intensely watching him. It's been 3 hours and they have played many games and won furious prizes. Hisashi can tell the twins are trying their best to keep up the upbeat and happy-go-lucky nature they always carried, but the starvation and dehydration they suffer make it hard for them to keep up. Hitoshi can go all day, but not the twins, so Hasashi decided that they have had enough for the day and they can always come back later after all. And now all four of them are on their way to the exit. They walk slowly, the twins on the lead, as Hasashi's didn't want to accidentally leave them behind. Then the twins stop in their tracks as they take a deep breath. Hasashi knew their breathing was coming out short, but he just assumed it was because of the exhaustion they must be feeling. Hasashi just watches as the twins turn to each other, eyes wide in disbelief. Seems like Shota has succeeded. Hitoshi grins as he sees Hasashi's smile before launching himself to the twins. The twins easily catch Hitoshi, Izuku supporting all of their weight, and Keigo balancing them so they don't fall. "How about we visit the food court before we go home?" Hasashi said, placing a hand on the twin's shoulder. Hitoshi let them go, turning to Hasashi with a nod, and it dragged the twins back to the second floor. Izuku and Keigo are in a daze. They have been so used to weight on their chest that they didn't feel it until it's gone. After they pick up something to eat, they go home. When they got home, however, all four of them freeze, petrified in the doorway at the sight they saw. Aizawa was sitting on the couch, supporting several injuries: a black eye, split lip, broken nose, and bloody knuckles. Izuku is sure he has some bruises and fractured bones too. "Hey, problem twins. How was the trip?" Shota casually asks. Izuku's lip quivers as his tears fall. Izuku and Keiko tackle Shota into a hug. The couch is their only savior from tumbling to the floor. Shota isn't sure what the twins' reactions will be. Shota intended to ask Chiyo's help, but she refused and won't hear any of Shota's explanations. Shota thinks maybe they will be mad, or Izuku will cry. That is the most likely reaction he will get from Izuku. But for both of them to cry and tackle him to the couch, Shota wasn't prepared for that. Shota knows what to do when Izuku is crying, but Keigo? Shota has no idea. "Hey, problem twins. What's up?" The twins just shook their heads and hugged Shota even tighter. Then Izuku's wings start to glow a soft green light. Shota feels warm in the twins' hold. But then they let go. Shota closes his eyes and relaxes his body at the lingering warmth the twins left behind. "What did you do?" Shota opens his eyes at Keigo's question. "He almost murdered someone." They all turn to the left and see Tsukachi exiting the bathroom. "What? He deserved it," Shota said, and Tsukachi sighed. "Besides, it was a fair fight, man versus man," Shota added. "You challenged him?" Izuku asked wide-eyed. "Yes, he did, but it is really pitiful that the man didn't even stand a chance," Tsukachi said. "Then the injury?" Hitoshi finally asked something. Most likely Shota gave him a few who got in. Hisashi responded, knowing Shota's old habits. Free points for the loser, Shota said with a smirk. That is the end of Chapter 7 of Two Bird on a Wire by Freecraft on Loose. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this, link in the description below. Thank you so much for listening. Please go support the original author.